what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
Yeah. Happy POC Friday. We made it to POC Fridays. And I ruined my keyboard. I thought I could bring it back to life. I was wrong. I hope you guys are doing well. This Russia stream. Entrakits regulär. The bombs bursting in air. Gave proof through the night. How is everyone doing? How fat did we all get this Thanksgiving? And are we still on our way up? King, you're speak English. Home of the bread.
Suck on this, Biden.
Yeah. So there goes it, y'all. Welcome to the revolution. What's up, my friends and family? How's everyone doing this lovely day? Let me fix my... I hope you like my Christmas background. I should get a fire that's being played in the background. It'll just make it that much better. But make sure to have your Zima, as this is not a sponsored Zima event. I think... there's a rocking chair. I could just be in the rocking chair. But I hope everyone's doing well. Make sure you had your filling of Zima. Feeling good, no family or friends. Oh, on your Thanksgiving? That's, to be honest, that's... Having a Thanksgiving to yourself is not necessarily the worst thing ever. Dude, Trump Ice, you see it on the shelf? There's Trump Ice right here. Right up here. You could... I'm not going to zoom in, but you could just pray. Just pray. Trump Ice is coming next. If more people join the membership, we'll have Trump Ice. We'll have all kinds of stuff. T-shirt weather in Arizona. Gotta love it. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Gotta love it. The last time I went to POC Fridays, I had a beer battered steak that tasted mediocre. The waitress was nice, though, so I tipped her 12%. Hey. So glad to hear that my listeners are tipping under 20%. Correction, this is not a Zima sponsored event yet. That's true. Good call. There's no way Zima would sponsor me. I mean, I hope so. Also, I have breaking news. It's not necessarily breaking, but I just have a video idea for Christmas that might be my magnum opus. It's going to require a lot of time and effort. So, so pray for me. It's going to be one of those, it's going to be like a film documentary that hopefully will change the souls and minds of many. And it should be amazing. I'm cool. I appreciate it. Oh, good. Good, King. Well, you're a friend here. As long as you're not nuts. But if you are nuts, you're part of the family then. Zemo won't sponsor you with that attitude. I know. I need to change my attitude, for I am just one man. I am all that is everything. Somebody was talking about Elon Musk, which I love. Where is it? Wilson, were you talking about Elon? Elon just said he'd make his own smartphone if Twitter removed from Google and App Store stores. Dude, Elon is bae. He's all over the place. It's incredible. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to smash a like on the like button. And if you're watching on Rumble, hit that Rumble button. We have a few people watching on Rumble, and you're always welcome to pop in on the chat. I have the chat open up on Rumble as well. Rumble is not necessarily the fastest, as fast as YouTube, but we're here. And the trail for hot guy, by the way, for the Libertarian candidate for governor has gotten a little cold. I don't know if he watched my show and decided I am not worthy of him. I'm not sure, but he hasn't responded to me for a while. I assume it's because of Thanksgiving, but I'll keep pestering. Don't you worry. Smash that like button like Derek did to his keyboard. Dude, I ruined my freaking keyboard. It's such a good keyboard. It was a Logitech keyboard, and it was so nice. Now I have this janky USB last minute ditched effort in case all hell breaks loose. God. We make do with what we have here. This isn't the cleanest podcast in the world, but let's not pretend that we don't have a good time. Speaking of a good time, this is breaking. Taylor Lorenz is out there talking right now, and she is losing her mind in regards to what Elon Keyboard 2024. Yeah, exactly. Hot guy will never be referred to as will be referred to average guy until he comes on the show. Thank you. Please put it on his underneath his Twitter. Anytime he posts on Twitter, just write, "You're just an average guy until you're a hot guy." Hey, thanks so much for subscribing. I can't even read that. That's a tough read. All right. But Taylor Lorenz was out there talking in regards to what's going on with Elon Musk right now. And for those that you don't remember who this person is, I think it's important to remember, as this is her.
I had severe PTSD from this. I contemplated suicide. It got really bad. You feel like any little piece of information that gets out on you will be used by the worst people on the internet to destroy your life. And it's so isolating.
That was Taylor Lorenz. You're the best. Hey, thanks so much. Jassie's likes GC. I would have empathy towards this human being if she didn't. So she is notoriously known for doxing individuals, like doxing people like libs at TikTok and stuff like that, tracking down, because we must know who is this person that's just re-uploading things that people upload to the internet. We need to know we need to get down to the bottom of this, because this person needs to be stopped. She's just a glorified reposter. She's nothing more than that. But we need to stop this at all costs. So this Taylor Lorenz. And Taylor Lorenz put out an article yesterday that is just on Thanksgiving for one. Faking PTSD for propaganda is immoral. Thank you, Papa. And that's why I have no problem mocking this individual, because this is why people like myself that see fake PTSD, that it triggers me and it makes me angry, because it diminishes those who are actually dealing with real PTSD. So she writes this article, and she puts it on Washington Post on Thanksgiving, hoping no one would read it, I guess, or the people that are lonely by themselves and have nothing to do would be reading it. And this is her article right here. Opening the gates of hell. Musk says he will revive banned accounts. Is there anything cringier than listening to a journalist talk about taking away freedom of speech? You would think people like this would be clapping at this, being excited about this, because it's important to get down to the actual information of what's going on, to not just allow top-down or authority to tell you what to say and how to speak, but allow the truth to come out. And And 50 hyper-inflated bucks says that she only plays a lesbian on TV. Wait, is she lesbian? I'm not totally sure. I don't really care. The Twitter chief says that he will reinstate accounts suspended for threats, harassment, and misinformation beginning next week. I feel like I have to change to get into character for this person. Hold on, let me change. It's too good of an article to not read it with the look that it desires. You know what I mean? She attacks people and then acts like the victim. Exactly, King. And that's the problem too. She's notoriously known for doxing other individuals, but yet she is like cries when she's doxed. I'm like, you reap what you sow, girlfriend. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get into it. Elon Musk, and remember, these are her words. It was a time when people didn't listen to crybaby. Yeah, remember those times? Now we just glorify anybody that loses their minds. Elon Musk plans to reinstate all nearly previously banned Twitter accounts, which is a huge problem. To the alarm of activists and online trust and safety experts. Oh my God, who are these experts? I love when people just write experts and they're like, so experts love, laugh, live. Thank you. Hey, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. I love when people just write experts and they're just like, experts, mic drop. You got nothing to say, do you? Do I have to clarify these experts? No, but you just need to trust that I know who these people are. It's like she thinks she knows divorce court. Exactly. After posting on a Twitter poll, which is like so wrong in means of the democracy, you would think somebody who probably spouses about democracy 24 hours a day, they would be like, you know what, Twitter polls, it's actually a good thing. We should decide if we should ban somebody or not. Based on how aggressive or whatever. And I guess it's a way of him, instead of like there being secrets about shadow banning and getting rid of people that make no sense, but then allowing the Taliban to stay on Twitter and stuff like that, you would think there'd be some kind of consistency, but there is not. I'm an IG follower, but wasn't subscribed on YouTube. Thanks for joining me on YouTube. On Instagram, I only post little clips of my show, and this is the live content. You get to interact with me. We have a good time. The community here is amazing. You are a part of this show as much as I'm a part of this show. This isn't just listen to Derek O'Shea Hour. This is us. We are coming together, trying to laugh at all the insanity together. Then she goes, after posting a Twitter poll asking, should Twitter offer a general amnesty for suspended accounts provided that they have not broken the law? Which you would think, yeah, any logical individual would be like, yeah, okay, so they haven't broken the law. They've broken the hate speech law or engaged in egregious spam, in which 27.4% of the respondents voted yes. Musk declared amnesty begins next week. And this is where it gets fun. This is where it gets cray-cray. The Twitter CEO did not respond Thursday to a request for the comment of the Washington Post. I sent him a message. I DM'd him on his own platform, and I said, would you like to comment on any of this on the article? I gave him 3 minutes to respond. The poll garnered more than 3 million votes, which is just as much as Biden was elected by. The mass return of users who had not been banned for such offenses as violent threats, harassment, and misinformation will significant impact the platform, experts said. I love that she keeps putting experts in here. It's like, who are these experts? Well, it's me. I'm writing it. I'm the expert. And many question how such a resurrection should be handled, given that it's unclear that Musk means by egregious spam. Like, what does that even mean? I mean, what is egregious spam? And the difficulty of separating out users who have broken the law, which vary widely by jurisdiction and country. God. She's just so cringe. I don't know. If you've broken the law, you threaten to kill people on Instagram and stuff like that, maybe get banned. I don't know. Call me crazy. Apple and Google need to seriously start exploring booting Twitter off the Apple Store. Get out of here for your freedom of speech, hate speech, said Alejandro Cabello, clinical instructor at Harvard's Law of Cyber Law Clinic. Well, what Musk is doing is essentially dangerous. Wait, not essentially. Existentially dangerous. Existentially. It's an existential problem. Dangerous for various marginalized communities. Don't you love how they just throw in a marginalized community in order for you to shut your freaking mouth? This is 81,000% legit. How is that not racist? I don't know. So you can ban someone easy, but it takes them to figure out how they can unban someone. I don't know. Wait. What is the expensive paper? Because my paper looks pretty expensive. I love how they just like throw in marginalized communities. Like, really? Does Twitter's hate speech really just impact more marginalized communities? Or is it just those sick, cisgender, white males? God. It's like opening... Wait, this is where it gets amazing. It's like opening the gates of hell in terms of havoc it will cause. God, she's the worst. It's like opening the gates of hell in terms of havoc it will cause. It's so stupid. People who engage in direct targeted harassment, I don't know, like yourself, Taylor. Nah, just kidding. I'm not about doxing. I just want to know who you are. I want to know where you're from, and I want to know your address so I can tell my Antifa friends to go after you. They're not even a real organization. They're just a thought. They're just an idea. It's like World War II. Remember they stormed the beaches of Normandy? That was Antifa. The keyword for liberal tears, exactly. Mine is a Xerox coffee. I lost my other one in the ex-wife. Hey, old Saucy on Rumble, what's up, man? Looking on to TJ Miller. I'm not TJ Miller, swear to God. It's like opening the gates of hell in terms of havoc cause. People who engage in direct targeted harassment can come back and engage in doxing. Okay, then maybe you would benefit from that. Targeted harassment, maybe you would also benefit from that. Taylor Lorenz, I'm just doing my job. It's different for me. Vicious bullying, calling for violence. I think that's against the law to call for violence. I'm just saying. I don't know. Call me crazy. Celebration of violence. God, I can't even begin to... Who celebrates violence more, the right or the left? I'm trying to figure out. I can't even begin to state how dangerous this will be. Why? Because it'll be fair game. I keep reading. What's that website all the leftists are going to, like Mastodon or something? That Twitter. It's like their own Twitter, and they're getting banned right now for like hate speech because they're finding out how racist they actually are. And actually when they call for violence in terms of Antifa, that, they should get taken down. And they're actually getting a taste of their own medicine, because on Twitter, they were allowed to just do whatever and say whatever. You could call for violence on Trump, but if you did the other way around, you're taken down forever. Or if you were just suggested someone's a groomer or something like that, you got to get taken down. It's ridiculous. Fire the harassment. It bugs me that parents don't teach their kids the sticks and stones phrase these days. Yeah, it's not even that. It's just learning how to cope in life when someone is being obnoxiously rude to you, and knowing how to think about the other, de-escalate, and also shrug it off your shoulders. It's like, don't let these people have power over you. People get in my comment section all the time, call me an idiot, and all this like stupid crap. And I just like, don't give them your time of day. There are people in your life that when you should go talk to, and if they say mean stuff, that you should hold them accountable because you love them and it's different. It's like your friends and family. But everyone out in the general public, like I just saw this video of this guy like getting into an actual fight on this hip hop podcast because he called him a biatch, and he was like, "How dare you call me that?" And then he just started punching him in the face. And these are grown adult men. Where somebody like me, if somebody called me that, I would just be like, "Okay, cool. I don't care." God, Taylor Lorenz, you can trust me. I'm also Taylor Lorenz, exactly. Unless you're Adam Kinzinger threatening cat turd. Oh, God. Adam, yeah, exactly. You mean the Republican Adam Kinzinger? I love how Taylor implies society is so weak that it can crumble due to an outdated social media. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All of society will be broken down to pieces due to freedom of speech on the Twitters. It's ridiculous. Taylor Lorenz is still she has a Substack and she always like tells people to subscribe to her, and it's like, make sure you subscribe to me because they're gonna take me down on Twitter. And you're like, for what? I don't know, they're gonna take me down and they're gonna get rid of my blue check mark. Queen Bird, what's up? Wait, Papa. You like the village idiot who knows more than everybody. Exactly. Nobody can cope anymore because the aggressives anti-bullying campaigns. Yeah, the anti-bullying campaign should be campaigns of learning how to deal with bullies, not just learning how to deal with bullies, learning how to brush stuff off your shoulder that doesn't actually affect you, but when the time is right and they're actually challenging you physically, that's something completely different, and they're getting in your face. But it's just words and stuff like that. I know bullying can be like really painful to deal with, and I dealt with it a lot in middle school. I used to get beat up a lot in middle school, and so but learning how to talk to someone is important. That's why, go to somebody that you trust, that you can talk to. Let's continue down. This is the second time in a week that Musk has used a Twitter poll to seemingly make major decisions. How dare you use things like a democracy to the platform? On November 18th, oh my God, this is where it gets so scary. He restored former President Donald Trump's account, which he is not even using, but the fact that he's allowed to even be on the platform is dangerous. God. After 52% of the polls respondents said he should do so, Vox Populi, Vox Dei, Musk tweeted Latin. For the voice of the people is the voice of God. Obviously a joke, but of course for her it's like so triggering, and it's like, oh my God, it's like, what does Elon think, he's a god or something? It's ridiculous. He's just Elon running Twitter into the ground, as they all say. On that day, he also reinstated at least 11 high-profile far-right Twitter accounts, including Jordan Peterson. Imagine thinking Jordan Peterson is far right. God, these people are just the worst. They just constantly, they watch your stuff and then they're like, okay, what box does he fit in? If he's not with us, he's far right. That's it. That's it. Say no to stepping back, and bullies keep their stepping back. Exactly. Oh, Latin, well, Lottie, frickin' die. Frickin' Latin, dude. Creating a weaker society is not solving any problems. No, creating a weaker society, you create a more dangerous society. The weaker society is, the more dangerous men particularly rise up and do evil acts. It's very clear in history. You just gotta read a book. No, he just bought Twitter. No big deal. Like, you should be afraid, lefty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just bought Twitter and was like, I don't know, everyone should be allowed to talk on my platform. Dangerous. Okay, far-right Twitter accounts like Jordan Peterson, a professor who was banned from Twitter for misgendering a trans person. That is so dangerous. Because why? That person will have to go home and think about how Jordan Peterson... I know they're talking about it was not misgendering. I thought he dead named or whatever. He used somebody's other name. I can't remember. It's like, who cares? And the Babylon Bee. Ew, a conservative media company. Say no more. He also restored Project Veritas, a site that is frequently accused of misrepresenting events. Yeah, like using good-looking women to get stupid, drunk men to say things they hold tightly to their chest. God. Yes, it's a little off the wall as far as reporting, but it's very effective, to say the least. Dude, yes, thanks for the bumbles. Someone pointed out, notice how lefties aren't talking about being reinstated on Twitter because it's not happening. They were never censored. Exactly. Strong men make good times make weak men. Yeah, weak men make bad times 100%. And that's very unfortunate. What is it? He also restored Project Veritas, a site that frequently accused of misrepresenting events it commented on, banned for repeated violation of Twitter's private information policy, which is it's very delicious coming from somebody like a Taylor Lorenz who decided to go above and beyond to dox a person called Libs of TikTok, who just, again, I keep saying this over again, takes videos that people put online and then repost them. Just what? God. He also, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's personal account. Oh my God, how dare she be allowed to talk personally? Which has been banned since January for violating the platform's COVID-19 misinformation policies and pushing violent and extreme rhetoric. I love that these people will just use these terms, far right, pushing COVID-19 misinformation policies. Extreme rhetoric, and you're like, okay, what was it? I'm not gonna tell you because I don't need to say it. I just know you know what they probably said in their head and on their Twitter page. These people need to be stopped. It's not necessarily I remember what they said or they should be held accountable because they said this evil thing. It's just like their presence. It's not tangible. You can't put a word on it. It just doesn't make sense. Majority Taylor Greene posted data from VAERS. Okay, well then that makes sense. Those people aren't trustworthy. Now Fauci can't recall what he put in his place. Now sorry. Taylor also wanted Fauci elevated to living sainthood. Who doesn't believe that? The guy's a genius. The guy gets it. The guy is our hope, our everything. Oh, Fauci. Yeah, because everyone's fair and true on social media. Exactly. No, the internet is a savage place, but also a beautiful place. It's much like life. They are deranged parrots keeping their spot in the cool club. That's 100% what's happening. She's freaking out because all of corporate media is freaking out at the idea that Elon Musk is allowing people to create on his platform and allowing people's freedom of speech. Because once the playing field is even, they go down every time. These corporate media press, like these companies, cannot hang with a podcast with someone who's doing it out of the goodness of their heart or a desire to create great content. They cannot hang because they don't actually care or believe what they're saying. And that's the problem. It's fake outrage and everyone can tell. I mean, like I've been trying to talk about is like, just think about how slow the news cycle has been the last few days. If it doesn't tell you anything about how insane those people are, I don't know what will. Opinions about certain topics are set in certain tribes. We have many tribes in the United States and never have the same tribal opinions throughout, but they were trying. Elon killed that 100%. VAERS is public information. Yeah, what's been amazing about VAERS is like how many leftists just discredit it completely. And yes, there are some things that I guess self-reported and stuff like that, but then that's how it's done. Like how else are you supposed to do it? Ukraine war it's too crazy. Yeah, exactly. Okay. As we're continuing down the road, Majority Taylor Greene posted a photo on Thursday showing herself and other right-wing figures who have had their accounts recently reinstated at a dinner table with Musk. Oh my God, saying happy Thursday, she wrote. What? I gotta find this. I bet it's not even that big of a deal. This is why I love this show. It's always on the fly. Majority Taylor. God, this thing is like choking me to death. It's like wearing a choker. Green. Where is she? Taylor is setting herself up for a career in politics. She's already trying to be. Did I spell her name right? MTG. There she is. Representative MTG. See if Thanksgiving. I don't see that. Okay. I want to show it. I always forget like the R. Marjorie. I always think it's Marjorie. Marjorie Taylor. I don't see this picture. Maybe she took it down. Just a PR company. Okay, I'm not gonna keep looking at Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm gonna, if I don't find it, I'm not gonna keep looking it up. That's just silly. Okay, here it is. No, I don't see it. She must have taken it down. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, that's so cringy. Oh my god, we're basically gonna die. Oh my god. Hold on, let me get out of the way. Sorry. Look, there's Jordan Peterson, Trump, Project Veritas, probably getting somebody drunk saying something they've been hiding. Who's that guy? I have no idea. See, I don't even know all these people. Who's that? I know that's Kanye. I don't know who that person is either. God help us all. I don't even know who these people are, and I'm so triggered just thinking about the fact that they're back on this platform. It's not even funny. If you paid me $1 million to spoon with Taylor Lorenz for 5 minutes, I'd probably rather die from exposure. Nah, it's Majority Taylor Green's a meme. It's not even that good. It's not even that good of a meme. It's just silly. We don't deserve Majority Taylor Green, but gosh darn it, we're lucky to have her. Dude, Majority Taylor Green is like a gift that keeps giving. People get so triggered by her. It's so funny. I don't agree with everything, but some things I'm like, wow, that's freaking spot on. That girl has bigger balls than Mitch McConnell. Papa, you and me both didn't ask for pronouns. The mean incites a revolution. She is Juanita Bornica. What? I don't even know what that means. Anyone here, Liz Cheney has the votes to become the next Speaker of the House? Shut up. I can't be real. I'd punch myself in the face. I agree it's funny, but people obviously... Exactly. Okay, let's keep going. Experts say that the bots and bad actors can easily skew the results of a Twitter poll. There we go again with experts say... There should be an asterisk next to experts so that we can, like, I don't know who these people are. And so basing decisions on one is irresponsible. What's also irresponsible, Taylor, is just saying, I don't know, experts say, and never clarifying who these experts are. Because we don't know. Okay? And we're not sure if you know who these people are. Because for all we know, you're making it up. Gates said that she has the votes. Oh, God. If Liz Cheney becomes speaker, that makes sense. That seriously makes sense. I mean, well, might as well, you know? It's just, when it rains, it pours, you know, for Republicans at this moment. Majority Taylor Greene is one of 3 Republicans who speak up, and I'll take her. Exactly. If Liz Cheney becomes speaker, I will escape in a balloon. Same. Like from the movie Up. A Twitter poll can be manipulated, and there's nothing more a Twitter poll can be manipulated, and there's nothing scientific nor rigorous in any way of what he's doing. Yes. Who's reading this article? Who's this article for? Idiots? Like, everyone knows how easy it is to make a Twitter poll. I can make one right now. Is Taylor Lorenz cringe? And it'll take me 2 seconds. And Sarah T. Roberts, an associate professor at UCLA, these are like her friends. Hey, will you do a comment that is like agrees with what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah, girlfriend, totally. I'll totally do that. I'd crash land in the Philippines and become blood money for a mercenary with a heart of gold. With Cheney with Cheney as a worm, I could see it happening now. You said something. Oh, God, I know. I also thought, like, the Republicans ousting Mitch McConnell, that the whole ploy would be for Lindsey Graham to take over. I saw that too, and I was like, oh, jeez, of course. Okay, before Elon took over, Roberts added, there was entire teams of people who did market and research. Yeah, we're finding out how many people were actually working, who followed rigorous protocols established to conduct this kind of research. Suddenly, he's running Twitter off completely unscientific polls. Scientific polls. What is scientific about inviting Trump back or not? This isn't science, all right? We're not getting down to the bottom of this, all right? I am so serial. I'm super serial. Yeah, OMC, they want the skeleton out. They do. Papa can debunk the experts. He really can. Unscientific polls. They are polling unknown people. Yes, they're polling blue check verified. They probably paid for it and whatever. They're not even real blue check people like me. I'm Taylor Lorenz. And certainly not any kind of demographically representative swath of people. Many predict the restoration of banned accounts will help bring on the free-for-all healthscape. Tell me you're a boomer without telling me you're a boomer. An associate professor, that's like quoting an assistant manager at a grocery store. It's not nearly as big as you think it is. Exactly. She's assistant to the assistant professor. We'll bring on the free-for-all hellscape. People will hold me accountable for things that I'm writing. That Musk had been promising advertisers would not come past shortly after he took position in the platform, blah, blah, blah. This would be a major disaster, especially in Africa. What? Where state-sponsored ghost accounts were suspended for endangering human rights activists and journalists. Why would that be? What? Who is going around there on Twitter, like, outing Afghan journalists? A journalist in Africa tweeted, you would have allowed vile people to put our lives in danger as journalists. You will have blood on your hands, Elon Musk. What? Do these people even know what's going on? Like mentally? Whether Musk can do what the Twitter poll seeks is a matter of debate. He has laid off leaders of the trust and safety team. Good. Which would normally handle logistics and reactivating the accounts. Could you imagine your entire job is reactivating and deactivating accounts? That is your job. And you're probably getting paid more than you and I make combined. It's like, I'm still thinking. I know we said that Trump should be banned for a certain amount of time, but we're not sure how long, and we don't know how long we want to make sure that he's not back on the platform. We will get down to the bottom of this. We will figure it out. This is my whole job, contemplating. I am the one that speaks for all that is good. They own the science. The polls are not part of it, but masking up your car is, yeah, exactly. Like Pelosi, she looked for drama and problems. Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, we pray for this. Exactly. Okay. Without such a legal filter, which would depend on state and local laws for each tweet, every account would require thorough review. Every single tweet. This is why Twitter, under like somebody's rules, like a Taylor Lorenz or a misinformation group or whatever, is a problem, because that's what they would do. Like, unfair. Psh, no, I can't tell if it's sarcasm or not. Absolutely not. Given how laws vary wildly by country and religion. Madeline Burkholder, senior technical solutions engineer, has worked on a consumer project managing spam. Said nonsensical, egregious spamming is not a technical term. She said the most record keeping at major tech companies doesn't include questions of local government legal codes. The norm is to simply note whether an account violated a company's terms of service, which are rules set by the platform, not a government entity. Yeah, because the government shouldn't get involved. Remember that? Remember that, Jen Psaki, when you said you were monitoring what people were talking about online, which was against the law, but you did anyways. It's no big deal. It's all good. Those guys got paid 6 figures to check the unchecked boxes. Exactly. Her own rules. Exactly. Angelo Caruso, chairman and president of Media Matters. Oh, now there's an organization. I'm all about it. A non-profit advocacy group and a media watchdog. God. You're a paid neighborhood watch, basically, said that Musk's decision could mean bringing back networks of individuals. That include the American Nazi Party, which is everywhere. I meet Nazis every day on the street. I'm always like, What's that really unique little symbol on your arm? What is that? Oh, it's a swastika. Yeah, no one's ever seen that on the street. Okay, and a whole bunch of 8chan, 4chan, and conspiracy theories who engage in harassment and abuse. I think people on those sites will just stay there because they enjoy it. Not because they want to come on Twitter and really get it going. Hey, the Nazis are here. Nazis are back on Twitter. God, calling for actual extermination of the Jews. Okay. Which is not going to happen. Nazis have always existed on the internet. I thought we all accepted that. Yeah, exactly. That's where they always exist. I can go on YouTube right now and type in Hitler. And he's still there. He's still on YouTube. They're allowing Hitler on the platform. It's unreal. Reversing the suspensions would mean, I mean, this is the longest article. This is the longest just complaining and ridiculousness, but it must be read because it's like, it's almost too good to not read because it's delicious seeing them freak out about you being allowed to speak for your mind. They hate that so much. Crazy, just Google it. Exactly. Now they're making us all to be Nazis. Willie, of course. We're all Nazis. We're all homophobic. We're all transphobic. We all hate everyone. We're all racist. We're all, that's what they do. That's so many people in politics in general do that a lot, but like, especially on the left, they're just like, if you have like one view outside of what they believe to be true and their orthodoxy, they kick you out and put you on the right, far extremist right person. It's a red pill Pez dispenser. That's what they're afraid of. Truth and facts, 100%, man. Be afraid, very afraid. The boogeyman is out there. Dude, the boogeyman is under your bed. Just check. I swear it's there. Turning Twitter into a one-stop shop for operationalizing doxing. Operationalizing doxing and harassment. An engine for radicalization. I'm almost like choking on my own spit. This is so ridiculous. Turning Twitter into a one-stop shop for operationalizing doxing and harassment, and an engine, not an electric engine, for radicalization. Crusoe said, it's a red pill Pez dispenser. There it is. Bada boom. Like she did with Libs and TikTok. Exactly. How dare you hold her accountable for her own actions? Who is that? I'm going to freaking get you out of my chat. Oh my God, I'm so triggered by that. And quitting Twitter won't keep you safe. And quitting Twitter won't keep you safe. Even if you are not on Twitter, you can still be the recipient of these campaigns. If a tree falls in the forest, no one's around. Does it make a sound? If a bear farts in the forest and no one hears it, did it? John Wick's under my bed. He's scared off Chuck Norris. She's again attacking her opponents for her own wrongdoing. This is politics. Exactly. I just love that. You could still be a recipient of this campaign, even if you're not on Twitter. He said, he predicted that public health officials, election officials, and journalists and teachers will be targeted. Where did teachers come from? Oh, the teachers that post videos on TikTok? Yeah, just stop posting videos on TikTok talking about what you're doing for the kids in a very polarizing political way. And maybe, just maybe, you won't be reposted everywhere in the world. Like, I know that me doing this podcast, there's potentially someone out there that could take me out of context or just clip up my podcast and put me out there on blast. I realize that because I understand how the internet works. I get it. I understand it. Not everyone is just like, I put it on Twitter, I put it on TikTok, and now everyone is like liking it and reposting it. Why? Stop! I just wanted this for me and my 2 friends. Come on. Conducting major moderation and enforcement decisions on a whim is troubling CEO behavior, said Nora Benevis, who has never actually owned a business, a senior counsel and director of digital justice and civil rights at Free Press. Yeah, sounds about right. A nonprofit advocacy group. Exactly. Never had a real job. Musk, under the auspices of democracy, the auspices, is legitimizing decisions that will be deeply dangerous consequences in the real world. Yes, because Twitter is about as real as it gets. Chuck Norris checks under his bed for spare dumbbells. Oh, preach. Joe Biden checks under his bed for Chris Hansen. Jakes, what's up, man? Joe Biden's under his bed. Joe Biden looks under bed, and all of a sudden he hears, Joe Biden, why don't you have a seat? Why don't you have a seat? Huh? Have a seat. What are you doing here? What are you actually doing here? Why do you have pizza? I swear they use the same copy and paste. Oh, you know they do. It's like they have an AI to write for them. It's like, let's create a cringy AI and write it for us. Okay, and then she goes on to just get... It's just too funny not to keep reading. It's so freaking funny. Okay. If general amnesty is granted for majority of suspended accounts, it will be open season for people suspended for hate, harassment, disinformation, conspiracies, and extremism, Benevides said. It's open season in the most dangerous ways. If that's not fear porn, I don't know what is. Love, laugh, live. You're hilarious. Jakes calls me a fart head. Wow, that's so racist because I'm a toot head. You have journalists, activists, and authoritarian regimes in Africa, Middle East, and Asia who are now even at the mercy of even more vicious trolls with no ability to fight back. Yeah, you do have the ability to fight back. You can literally just, I don't know, block them or take them off. Because that's what adults do. Okay? When someone is trolling me in my chat and it starts to get on my nerfies, I say, you know what? And then I block you. Okay? Because that's what adults do. We turn around and walk away. And we don't let it affect us. And I don't care anymore. This is what adults do. But we don't know how to do that. We just let it happen. And then when someone says something mean, we block them and then we report it. And then we write articles about it because we want everyone to know how seriously in pain we are. Because we're very seriously traumatized. And it's not that we want, your eyeballs or your clicks or anything like that, or just trying to make a bigger name for ourselves and let everyone know and trying to make some money out of our pain. We're feeling it big time. The Club Q shooter was a non-binary trans person. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. We broke that story on this show, Tuesday night, late night show. We know it was 5. The Middle East, you can literally be executed for protesting the government. Oh, it's funny because it's not funny, but I do have a story coming up about an execution that's already happening. So, because we left that place in the good hands of the Taliban. Thank God for that. The lifting of the suspensions was especially troubling to the LGBTQ activists. Why? I don't know. It just is. Coming just days after a mass killing at Club Q in Colorado Springs, killing 5 and wounded 8. Is there anything better than creating an argument and then taking a horrific event and just throwing it in your story to make it about yourself. Several of the restored accounts had previously been suspended for hateful rhetoric towards gay and trans community. What was it? What did they say? I don't know, but it was hateful. And Musk has been criticized for replying to Tim Pool. Tim Pool. God, they're so triggered by that guy. I don't get it. A right-wing YouTube star. Make it seem like he's like a porn star or something. Chank loves horse and Tim Pool 100%. A protest in Iran, a place where peaceful Islam rules. Exactly. A right-wing YouTube star who falsely acclaimed that the club had hosted a grooming event and other LGBTQ events. It wasn't a grooming event. It was a drag show for children. It's different. It's a slap in the face of LGBTQ people. I love how they like throw everyone in the whole boat too. That's what the liberals always do too. They're just like, if it affects one person, it affects everyone and all of us. But conservatives have largely embraced Musk in his decision-making. He frequently engages with far-right influencers such as Andy Ngo, who's also gay, but let's not mention that. He's a right-wing activist. And Elon Miles Chong on Twitter, who has, well, I've heard that this guy actually doxes people, but whatever. And if that's true... And has said that the company has propaganda and far-left San Francisco, Berkeley views. In reality, Twitter's algorithms amplify conservative content more than of the political left, the company's own research found last year. Yeah, right. Oh my God, what a lie. And in 2020, far-leaning voices far outweighed liberals in driving conversations on influential topics leading up to the election. Analysis Political and Institute of Strategic Dialogue showed. God, I love that she just like says these things. As Musk teases his reinstatement plan, trolls have become emboldened. God. Jesus Christ, this is a long way of saying Elon's a booger face. Exactly. Tim Pool bottles up the smell of his own farts. To be fair, I've been doing that over Thanksgiving as well. Far-right users of the message board 4chan celebrated amnesty. Oh my God. On one thread, rife with slurs. So she herself is on 4chan. I'm going to say this, and I don't know if this puts me in a bubble or puts me in a box or something. I've literally never been on 4chan because I don't care. But in her eyes, I go on it every day and I post away. Users who said that previously banned for telling vaccinated people to kill themselves. Oh my God. Jeez. Like, the fact that these journalists and adults, I'm using quotations very aggressively, adults take things what are probably 13-year-old boys on a forum board and they're just saying stuff for shits and giggles, and most importantly, when you're 13, shock value, because you don't necessarily have like good empathetic response or processing. You're a 13-year-old boy jacked up on testosterone, ready to go to town on any pillow you see, and also just being insane all the time because you're 13 years old. It's just so ridiculous. And then they just make an entire story off this one. Like, I just assume every cringy comment I get in my comment section is some 12-year-old kid. And I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to respond to you. I know you're just trying to get me, like, up in arms. I don't care. Tim Pool is the beanie. No one knows the guy who was exactly. I know a guy who worked at Subway with Gim. Okay, where are we going? I'm going to skip a little bit of this. Okay, wait, this is another good quote. Super spreaders of hate. God. It's just, I mean, that should be the title of my stream right now. Freaking super spreaders of hate. Abuse and harassment will be the only people to benefit from the latest decision by Twitter. How long is the article? It's almost done. Yeah. See. Super spreaders of hate. The choice for advertising. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'll just get down to the bottom of this. Dozens of Twitter advertisers have paused spending with the platform in wake of Musk's takeover, concerned of how his approach to content moderation might affect the site tone. That is how she ends the article. Stop. She ends it with, advertisers aren't going to be happy. That's your take-home point. This is an article. It's an epic novel. It's an epic novel into the mind of Taylor Lorenz, and that's why I wanted to read it. It's too important for us not to share. It's too cringy for us not to share. I got to take my freaking wig off. I'm done with this article. Hold on. Just so you know, if that person is a character and not me. You know what I mean? I don't want people to know that I am that character. That person is clearly somebody else. Hold on. After all that, geez, I know. She writes her articles like she talks long and boring. I know. Like, why do we care about her? I know that she's like notoriously known for like harassing her own employees at Washington Post and helping people get fired and stuff like that. And she's just like the cringe of the crop. She's just the worst. So sorry I had to put you guys up with that. Other breaking news is that I don't know if you guys saw that Elon Musk said that on a Twitter feed that he thinks that let's see right here. She will definitely she definitely makes you think. Okay, that's one thing. POC means person of color, Gary. Jeez. It's Black Friday. Hello. You're not going to say black anymore. It's POC Friday. This tweet was being passed around. Raise your hand if you think Elon Musk should make a public of all internal discussions about the decision to censor the NY Post's story of Hunter Biden's laptop before 2020 election in the interest of transparency. And he says, this is necessary to restore public trust. I freaking love that. So what are we going to get from everything that has to do with the internal discussion of what went on with the Hunter Biden laptop? Something tells me we're just going to have some like feed of like people saying, don't do it. Don't share them. Don't do that. Free Alex Jones. I think if Alex Jones is allowed back on Twitter, then I will actually believe that it's a free platform. Bar none. I mean, Trump was a huge step. Will Trump ever use it? I'm not sure. Probably 2023 is my guess, the year before the election, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Because Alex Jones is the staple. This article, I saw this article being passed around today. It's very important. I trust the source. It says, in huge Black Friday sales store to sell everything for price it was before Biden became president. A Raleigh, North Carolina local retailer is making waves announcing the most dramatic Black Friday sale ever, in which every item in the store is marked down for whatever the price it was before Biden was president. Yeah, we're going to lose a bundle on this deal since everything is so much cheaper under Trump, the store manager, Frazel McBodern, to reporters as thousands gathered outside waiting for the store to open. But we have to get people in the doors so we can stay in business. At least until Amazon runs us out of business for a couple months. The sale is expected to fuel America's nostalgia for the time when the gas was affordable, groceries didn't cost $500 per week, and the country wasn't fighting a proxy war with Russia. Merry Christmas. We hope you enjoy a little look back into the 3 years ago, said Mick Bordendern, before quietly weeping into the display of a 50% off bathroom towels. At publishing time, the interest in the sale plummeted after the store revealed that mask mandates would also be the same as they were right before Biden was president. It's like this weird. It's a place I trust. I don't know if you can see it. Stupid article. It just made me giggle. Happy Black Friday to all my black friends out there. Exactly. Thank you. Is Carrier Lake going to win the? I don't know anything about what's going on in Arizona. It's like one of those things like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm curious how this is all going to end up. I think it's very telling. Change the laws. It's important to change the laws. Happy Black Friday. Trump will definitely go back on Twitter. His ego won't allow otherwise. That's, I wonder, is it more of an ego to stay on True Social and fight it out and just say, I'm staying on here no matter what? Or is it a bigger ego trip to just join back on Twitter and own the libs with memes? Trump would be crazy not to go back on to Twitter. I totally agree. I think it would be political suicide in a lot of ways to not just join back on Twitter. And also, is True Social going to keep being a place? Why? Why do you need, I don't know. I'm on True Social and I get a little bit of engagement, but it's just, I don't like the platform as much as Twitter. I mean, call me crazy. It's not as smooth. You can't even really use it on the desktop feature that well. It's not as good of an app. It's going to end with an epic bar fight, for at least I want it to end that way. Exactly. Hey, very breaking news. This just broke. The Taliban conducts its first public whipping in a soccer stadium since 1990s, which is great. I wonder if they took down the George Floyd memorial. We left them. The Taliban this week conducted its first public flogging in a soccer stadium since the 1990s. It happened in Afghanistan, east of the Taliban Supreme Court. It sentenced 11 men and 3 women for different sins, including adultery, robbery, and other forms of corruption, including gay sex. The group of 14 whipped in front of the crowd on Wednesday in Logar Province. A Taliban statement proudly boasted that in attendance at the stadium to witness the punishment was a crowd of scholars, authorities, and people. God, jeez. So things are looking up in Afghanistan. We left it in a better place. Biden did a great job of pulling us out. Remember that? People died and stuff. Hip, hip, hooray. We were told this new government was going to be progressive and free and not like it used to be. Just good things. He could just promote True Social, if anything. Yeah, what I'll do. True Social will get better, maybe. Once Twitter becomes more free. If Alex Jones goes back on Twitter, it's why, why have I think it's important just to have a couple of social media apps that you engage with. If you have like 12 or 15 apps, it's just too much. Trump don't know how to give up. No. I think he'll get more attention not being on Twitter and people are tweeting what he said. Yeah, maybe. Or it might be the point where if DeSantis puts his name in the ring and DeSantis is on Twitter and people are talking about it, he's going to be like, crap, I need to get on the horse, as they say. They said they would be inclusive. We wrote them a stern letter and everything. Exactly. Exactly. The fact that I remember when our White House was talking about how the Taliban have changed and how things are going to be different and stuff like that. It's just, it's just stupid. We bowed out so they wouldn't hurt us. That's what it seems like. And that's why it makes you wonder why, if they actually won in the end and took over and they seemed like they just played the waiting game. They were just like, all right, you guys are going to spend yourself into oblivion. Have fun with that. But Biden today was asked by a reporter if he will get a physical. They're continuing to slowly, hopefully, make him believe or start to actually question his own cognitive ability, because I think deep down inside the Democrats are praying this dude does not run in 2024. And this is his response.
When will you get your annual physical, Mr. President?
What do you think I need it?
You just had a birthday.
I've gotten my. I will get it. Part of my physical's already done, and I'll be getting it before the end of the year.
What do you think I need it? He's about to challenge her to a push-up competition just now. Trump showed him a picture of their peaceful home where the leader lived. Yeah, I remember that. We bowed out so they weren't hurt. Yeah. Does Joe Biden need to take another physical? I don't. At the same time, it's like, even if he does take a physical, do you trust? Do you trust that physical is going to give you information that's going to be honest? Because we all know there's a lot of doctors who are happy to write whatever you want them to write, you know? Especially, I don't know, if you're the president of the United States, it's maybe not the best look in the world to tell the world, hey, our president just had a physical and it turns out he can't actually think. It's like, if you're like a country that hates the United States, now's the time to go to town. I mean, a live video. Okay. Where the leader lived. Oh, I remember that live video. DeSantis is the wild card. He is. He truly is. I don't know if he's running or not. And I think that, again, I think Trump came out way too early to say he's running for that reason. Because now that Trump's already saying he's running, if DeSantis puts his name in the ring, he will have more momentum because he did it later. People will be like, oh, crap, DeSantis is running, and they'll start talking about DeSantis and forget about Trump for a little bit. Better know USA soldier dire. We know everything exactly. Yes. Also, they're due to this new shooting, they're ramping up to talk about, and now Biden is talking about semi-automatic weapons being purchased. Now, we've always said they're coming after your guns. They're coming after your guns. And then people were like, we're not actually coming after your guns. We don't actually care about your guns. We just want to go after AR-15s or assault weapons. So people were like, what's an assault weapon? I'm not totally sure. You're like, you know what we're talking about. It looks like an assault weapon. And then they created their own definition of assault weapons. But now Joe Biden came out and said this just yesterday.
The idea we still allow semi-automatic weapons to be purchased is sick. It's just sick. It has no social redeeming value. Zero. None. Not a single solitary rationale for the idea.
Not a single reason to have a semi-automatic weapon. Not a single one. Huh. Do you keep that same energy for, I don't know, your own security guards? Oh, because it's okay for you to have security guards, but someone like me to be able to protect myself, that's a big no-no. Also, can we just talk about how he has a sticker on his hat? Freaking thug life over here. God. But again, they're up in arms. This is what we're at again. We're back. We're back to square one. We had Fauci, greatest hits of Fauci last week, and now we're having greatest hits of Joe Biden. Again, if you say semi-automatic weapons, that is the majority of weapons in the United States. That includes handguns. HR 1808 never banned semi-automatic weapons. Rifles, it was weapons. Exactly. That's some BS, China Joe. The administration has proven itself to tell nothing but lies always. Then have your Secret Service dump their guns. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, God, it's always rules for me and not for the, like, it just, I just wish we could be adults. It's amazing how many adults are going around saying that, like, we do need to take guns off the streets because they're so dangerous and all that stuff. I'm like, why? Why? What about the people? How do you stop a guy with a gun? With your hopes and dreams, your prayers, your thoughts and prayers. Isn't that right, lefties? I know you hate that saying, but how do you stop an evil act from happening? Not with thoughts and prayers like you try to mock the right with, right? You stop it with a gun, don't you? And a gun is usually a semi-automatic. If you ban the sale of semi-automatic firearms, then millions of people will lose their jobs. Oh, you think Joe Biden cares about people losing their jobs day one? Keystone Pipeline. Done. Oh, you lost your job? Oh, learn the code. You stop a guy with a gun with a hug and a hug of bullets. Exactly. You don't need a gun for all the people who bring you. Yeah, you don't need a gun from the people who bring you Ukraine. I just saw that we're going to give them even more money just recently. No big deal right there. The illegal PPPs will still be around. Law-abiding people will easily be pickings. Always. Wait till the knife attacks start in the Ukraine. Oh, God. I'd rather be shot than get stabbed to death. That sounds freaking terrible. Ugh. Ugh. It's like anytime I watch a movie and I watch a stabbing to death, I'm like, this makes me uncomfortable. God, it's way worse than watching somebody John Wick somebody. We should have single shotguns and single slingshots and sticks. Yeah, exactly. He wants us to have muskets. You know, he wants us to have like a flint. He wants us to like light a fuse and just hold on. It's almost there. Hold on. God. This is like the definition of a privilege, you know? Telling other people they can't protect themselves while you are protected by an army of individuals with guns. That is the definition of privilege. It's like, why do you people need guns? For the same reason you do. Because there are evil people in the world. Bows and arrows? Now we're talking. Don't take my compound arrow. That's next. They'll take my compound arrow. They'll be like, this arrow... They didn't imagine this arrow in the Revolutionary War. My dad was a firefighter, and I'm offended by him for wearing a hat. Poser. Good. You should. Well, he is a poser. The fact that I can't believe he still has a sticker on it. Stop, dude. You're way too old for that. If guns become illegal... Oh, wait. Slingshots are illegal in most states. Yeah, I think I remember reading that. 32 trillion in debt. Let's borrow money from our great grandbabies. You know it. If guns become illegal at all, is create a massive black market arms trade. Oh, what? Are you serious? If there's no way that'll happen. I mean, look at the war on drugs. We're destroying drugs right now. There isn't a huge black market for drugs, and that is killing more people with more dangerous drugs than ever before. The war on drugs is working. And we need to have the war on firearms. And then, you know, the Crips and Bloods will have guns and the government, and that's all we need. And we'll feel safe in our little bubbles. Anyways, send to Ukraine. Wait, send to Ukraine for democracy. Yes. TG. Okay, speaking of insane, here's our own beloved Joy Reid spitting off just factual nonsense about Thanksgiving. Let's all cozy around the fire and listen to this.
Thanksgiving, the day we gather with friends and family to enjoy turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and pumpkin pie. We throw on the game, catch up on our lives, and then discuss, or quite possibly argue, about religion and politics. For millions of Americans, it's a day of cherished traditions. And as Americans, we certainly value those traditions. But it's also important to unpack the myth of Thanksgiving. It is a
Thank you. It's like finally somebody's saying it. You know? We just get pumped down our throats that the Pilgrims were just good people. That's all we ever hear. So it's finally someone is standing up and speaking facts. You go, girl.
Holiday riddled with historical inaccuracies, built on this myth that the indigenous welcomed their colonizers with open arms and ears of corn. A simplistic fairy tale interpretation of a 1621 encounter between indigenous tribes and English settlers that erases the genocide that followed. It's the truth Republicans want banned from our textbooks. Because here's the...
Is that what Republicans are concerned about? I knew it. Again, I totally agree with you, Joy. We should have Playboy on our shelves in middle school, at elementary school libraries, and Penthouse, and all those good reads. And then we should be redoing the history to make it more honest than ever before. We don't want to just give these second and first graders basic thoughts and basic ideas. We want to get them facts.
Secret they want so desperately to keep. Yes. We are a country founded on violence.
Right, like most countries. What?
Birth was violent. In 1619, a ship with more than 20 enslaved Africans landed in Virginia, ushering in 2 centuries of American slavery that left millions in chains or dead. And when those humans in bondage were finally free, a terrorist organization that was a card-carrying member of polite society, the Ku Klux Klan, picked up where the
I think Joe Biden knows some of those people.
Civil War ended, using violence to maintain white supremacy. The Klan and its ilk are still active, and as Americans, we
How dare we? We need to find those people.
continue to choose violence. We are a country that chooses violence over and over again. There is no facet of American society that is untouched by it, as all the recent headlines remind us.
So this Thanksgiving, just remember, this country was founded on violence. And remember to ask for your sins to be forgiven. Not to Jesus, not to God, not to our Lord, but to Joy Reid, WEF, Klaus Schwab, these thought leaders, these gods, these saints of our time, putting us on the right track. And I'm thankful for their service. You should be too. And if you're not, we're going to put you someone and re-educate you, because that's education. This country is founded on freaking violence. So you need to feel bad every day you're alive for the rest of your life, even if your family came over later in life, or also, you know, you're like 10 generations removed and all that stuff. We're going to hold you accountable for what your forefathers did, even if you've never met them or know nothing about them, or your family is estranged from them because they hate their other family members. We'll find you, and we're going to let you know that you're part of the problem. This is Derek O'Shea, and this is a Derek O'Shea promise. God. Sorry, I just saw so many funny people in the chat. Disposable one-shot handguns, says Joshua. That would be amazing. But also, that sounds very despotic. Yeah, it's okay to arm Ukrainian citizens, but won't take any of our guns away. American yeah, no, sorry. No, please not this, clown. Yeah, sorry. Joy is one of the approved blackicists in media. You know it. She's just speaking nothing but facts. What are you afraid of? You're afraid of actual facts being espoused on the internet. What's your problem? You would buy the disposable handguns in a vending machine. Would you have to put your voter ID in there to get those guns, Joshua? Because if so, that's racist. She's a culturally appropriating blonde hair. Yeah, and I was particularly triggered by that as someone who's a strawberry blonde. Fun fact: Joe Reid is an anchor baby. Look it up. I don't even know what an anchor baby is. Probably just said something incredibly racist, and I'm not even sure. So if I did, I'm sorry. Is a child sending a device to family? Oh. How did I not know what that was? We are 3 days away from mass riots if we can't get food happening from our country. Dude, what's happening with the diesel shortage? Papa, we're simpatico. Dude, we're all simpatico. This is the community of simpatico. This is Taylor Lorenz's worst nightmare. Show's on fire. Hey, thanks, Will. I appreciate that, brother. I own no slaves. I felt cheated now. dude. I was like, I had been writing some stand-up bits, and I have like this one bit that I actually looked at my family past, and like my entire family forever have been so poor. And I'm just like, so what? I never got white privilege. It's freaking bullcrap, dude. I'm so pissed about that. What? We've been sucking forever. What's the deal with that, dude? We just been normal people having a normal job. No one's working for us. We're working for other people. I felt cheated. Smash that like button like Joy Reid does to your faith and humanity. Yeah, please. Please smash that like button if you're watching. I let mine go to free last month. What? The show's not on fire. The show is fire. Sorry. Thank you. You guys are the best. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Do you guys like my background again? Zima everywhere. It's important. I loaded up while in Arizona, Colorado was getting soft. What did you load up on? Firearms? I bet you did, dude. How was Arizona? Derek, go get your reparations. Dude, I need to. I need to. My Irish reparations. I found out that my relatives crossed the border illegally, essentially. God. I found out that my relatives jumped the boat before it landed to the shores of America. My Irish settlers during the famine in Ireland, that they jumped the boat and swam ashore to North Carolina. That's where the boat was going. And they swam the shore and never wrote down their names and just started living. So if I'm not a case for what's going on across the border, I don't know what is. The nerve of them, I know. I think so. I have generations of my family and me not trusting the government. It's a generational non-trust of the government. Irish reparations is a potato. Oh, you son of a. Do you eat it or do you wait to drink it? You wait to drink it because eating it is temporary, but being drunk all day is a whole meal of a lifetime. I lost my firearms in a tragic boating accident. Me too. I threw mine in the river the minute Joe Biden became president because I was like, I don't need these anymore. I feel safe and secure with him. It's hot down here, man. Yeah, guns and ammo. Dude, I bet Arizona is freaking... Isn't Arizona you can have fully automatic? I can't remember. They're pretty lax about all that stuff. And when I mean lax, I mean awesome. Irish... Dude, freaking Irish reparations is a potato. That's freaking hate speech over there. God. But understandable. And indubitably deserved. And all that stuff. Okay. I have this also queued up. Because, why not? But I was going to... Wait. I'll let you guys choose. Leave it to a ginger. Okay, now I'm leave it to a ginger to illegally cross the open border. Yeah, in your face. Yeah, suck on this. Come get me. It's only been 4 generations later. What should we do next? And I was right on my new crappy keyboard. I gotta get a new keyboard. FML. World Weekly News or Sam Harris vid or one of these. Yeah, one of these two. You guys choose. Fully auto ain't fully legal anywhere, I think, just in Ukraine. Yeah, exactly. I just think it's... You can, walk into a gun shop and shoot there or something, right? I'm not sure. Irish developed 0 ways to improve their economy, but 89 ways to cook a potato. Screw you. Due to the Irish, we still have great literature and works of art because they kept all that during Roman times, you son of a gun. Wait, did you guys choose yet? All right, we have 6 votes. We have 7 votes. Make sure to vote. Make sure you get in the vote, get in the chat and vote. World Weekly News. It's a scary one. So if you're scared, wait, I keep having to okay y'all's chats. They would pay me to go along with Lefty Games to sit and get fat and then get some of my mom. You can own fully auto. It just takes more paperwork and $200 tax stamp. I thought it was something like that. No idea. World Weekly News. All right, I'm gonna close it in 3, 2, 1, end. What are we working with? 87%. All right, I'm gonna change. Daddy's got to change to his outfit. Don't say daddy. That's weird. Gotta put my choker on. Okay, I think I'm good now. Okay. Okay. Here's $2 for a new keyboard. Hey, thank you so much, Willie. It means a lot, man.
William Core _day super chatted $2. Here's $2 towards a new keyboard.
Thank you. Thank you, Willie. I appreciate that,
William
brother.
Core _day super chatted $2.
Okay.
Here's $2 towards a new keyboard.
I work for a local ranchers. Indirectly, I'm a butcher. There you go. That's awesome. Okay, here we go. Okay, breaking news, okay? The toilet turns into space-time portal when flushed. Let's get down to the bottom of this one. After 16 flushes and the toilet spitting up Vikings, I started to get suspicious, says the owner. Okay, so a bunch of gingers. Ew. The hand is extended, trembling above the lever. Slowly, it grips the wooden extension. A voice asks, "Are you ready?" The World Weekly News reporter nods, which I love. It's good to know that they're letting us know their physical movements within the article. And I thought hot tub machine was a bad plot device. How dare you? This is freaking real news. World Weekly knows that this lever, when pushed, will create a time-space vortex that will allow a short burst of the past history to roam the Earth once again. And are we at NASA? Are we at a secretive society of scientist labs? Ooh, no. We are in the second floor bathroom of the Rudolph Bennigan, who everyone knows. I love a good name drop. It's like at the floor bathroom of Derek O'Shea. Who's that? I don't know. Whose toilet, when flushed with discharges people and animals from the past who wreak havoc in the suburb of the Holy Cove in New Hampshire. Nothing says conspiracy like Holy Cove in New Hampshire for 12 hours straight, and then they disappear. This is like Jumanji, but for toilets, says Rudolph, still clutching the toilet lever. I really don't know anything about this house until I moved in. All I knew was the previous owner, Seth Fishwiper, was seriously injured in an encounter with a herd of buffaloes, and I didn't think that was a big deal. Bennigan's had a death to chocolate. Now I question its contents. Thank you. Me too. The ranchers bring us beef and we do it. Nice. Bring our industry home, local homes. Thank you. As it turns out, the house was built by Sir Randolph Junga, a disciple of British occultist Aleister Crowley. Junga was an occultist, a DIY inventor, and a professor at a prognosticator who made sure the house lived up to his occultist scientist specifications. You probably notice how the wide stairs are leading up to the crapper. Rudolph says. It's all steel, girder-like steel. I suppose Junga built them to support the occasional dinosaur or elephant. Some of the oldest citizens in the neighborhood were children when Junga and his wanderers moved in. We thought this was weird fun, recalls creaky Patricia Foolip. After the barbarians showed up with gorillas and the galloping knights, we were hooked. He was the man. Junga tackles the terrifying toilet. Junga figured out he'd be running the occultist life when the bills from the toilet visitors started staying and coming in. He's basically running an Airbnb for toilets. It was a financial loss of the terrifying toilet he created. So the room was bricked up forever. Each successor member of the Junga family who inherited the house honored Papa Junga's barrier. Every city who does this, the best for the people, the jobs are important, higher, better, but the balance must be equal. Balance is important, especially when we're talking about a toilet. However, when a doctor had a major seizure during an ordinary rectal exam, the last living Junga, Sam Sparkles Junga, died. It was the end of a dynasty. The house was up for sale, says Seth Fishwiper. This was a shit story. Fishwiper. This is a pretty shitty story. Thank you for saying that. I see what you did there. Fesh Bit Wiper. I buy the house. First thing I see, a bricked up upstairs. Of course, I'm gonna knock it down. Of course, because like, what's inside? Treasure? Hidden treasure? Yummy. I mean, it could be Al Capone's hidden vault or something. I knocked it down to find myself in a bathroom. What? Seriously, you're gonna brick up a bathroom? Exhausted. I sat on the toilet, took a dump, did my business, and then flushed. Okay, he did dump. And then next thing I know, I heard a herd of buffalo charge out of the toilet, knocked me on my ass, and I thought, nope. I was in a massive lawsuit against Papa Yunga for copyright infringement. Did you win? Current owner Rudolph Bennigan says, I thought to myself, well, it could just be a fluke. But after 16 flushes, wait, so a herd of buffalo comes out and then you just keep flushing it? And the toilet spitting out Vikings. I started to get suspicious. And then I started researching the history of the house. She's like, hey, everyone, coming out of my toilet. Pause for a minute. I'm going to do some research. What did I just stumble onto? We're talking about a toilet that spits out Vikings and buffalo. I talked to neighbors and apologized for the rhinos and Swedes. Ew, nothing's worse than a bunch of ginger white people coming out of a toilet. Surprisingly, a lot of folks thought it was great fun, minus the damage, LOL. I tried to figure out how to make a profit of the house. I'm telling you, put it on Airbnb and charge these son of a guns coming out of your toilet. Both me and the town and I and the majority of the town agreed that we should cater to an ultra rich to rent a house. A friend of a friend of a friend is a high roller realtor. Oh, cool. So she tossed some names on their way. So as for today, I announced that the Yunga house will now be a B&B. Thank you, Airbnb. Called that junk. You're welcome. And the uber rich and witless book of our midnight flush. Oh my God, that looks like a real picture. It was a draw. It turns out neither of us invented plaid shirts. I knew it. You know who invented plaid shirts? Fat Walsh. And he's coming for you. Wait. It's almost a reverse tardies. That's almost an R word, and that makes me feel like it's very offensive. A reporter makes a face, usually associates with gas. That's it. You're not going to try to get down to the bottom of the toilet, so to speak. He blinks. The reporter continues. This is almost reverse. Doctor Who TARDIS. What? No. Who? Exactly. Wait. What? No. Who? Who? Because Doctor Who. Who's on first? God. Exactly. After the scribe, a what are you dope look, and the scribe giving him a no I'm not, what are you expression in return, he continues. As far as I see, this was a gift. Whatever comes out of the toilet immediately needs to head to our local park. Just flush and be like, please go to the nearest park and stay there. It's 12 across with a man-made lake and a great playground where Vikings can go to town and have a good time on those swings, baby. The Warriors head for the playground and the animals the lake. They just seem to calm down over there. Our citizens too. He smiled a Cheshire cat-like grin. I intend to pump money into this town. Wait. Let me give you the best white aggressive white guy from every Disney film. I intend to pump money in this town and wreck every cultural significance in this town, and nobody will feel want again if they don't mind a brontosaurus thundering around every now and then. We started a B&B, midnight flush tours. Because it's dark and poop is dark. You arrive early in the evening, have a dinner, a seance, a tarot card session, and then, the midnight flush. Don't look down on me. I'm turning a bad thing into a good thing, as I have made the first six-figure book, A Couple with Guests. I can give their names, but will Harry and Meghan survive? Oh my God, Harry and Meghan, they're royals. Trouble with the rivers. The reporter eyes wide open, but then it could be the meds. So the reporter's on drugs. Great. We're reading a drug addict. Oh my God, it heard me. At that point, Rudolph flushes the toilet. The entire bathroom shakes with a small vortex and appears in the swirling toilet water. It grows bigger and bigger until it takes over the room. Uniting with the time and space, the toilet surges and spits out 24 beautiful laughing mermaids. Oh my God. Who hasn't dreamed about mermaids coming out of their toilets with a resplendent waterfall? Rudolph whoops. Rudolph, whoop, whoop. Come on down to the water slide as the water and the mermaids splash down the street staircase. Is there poop going down there too? The reporter hesitates, but this isn't real world. It's 12 hours till it'll be gone. Are you a fan of the real world? Rudolph calls as he jumps. Oh, I thought he was about to jump somewhere else. Rudolph calls as he jumps into the cascading water. This is Brick Rivers signing off while diving into the waterfall. Never have been more confused and yet entertained. AM, are you serious? You don't believe this? This is real. Okay, this is freaking real, and it's amazing. Separation of pay by extreme. I love that you keep talking about that, Gary. You're cracking me up. Who are they? Harry and Meghan Rockefeller, Harry and Meghan Murdoch, Harry and Meghan Jello Pudding, Harry and Meghan Styles, or whatever. It goes all the way. No matter what you do for society, you deserve to be paid well. You're cracking me up. Football player and a butcher that feeds you. I feel like I'm high reading your chat sometimes, Gary. What's going on, dude? Are you watching the stream? You're having I'm so confused. I love it, though. Keep it up. But this is real, and we need to be concerned about it. All right, hold on. I need to change. All right, hold on. I need to change. I need to take this off. It's like making my neck sweat. It's so bad. Well, that was one story that may or may not be true, but is most definitely true. Truer than you know who. All right, let's make before I finish my I have one last video that I was going to do. My poker face, I take 8 million this year. Wow, Gary, if you're rich, if you want to support my show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com or you can super chat me below. Mr. 8 million a year, what's up? Last time I drove into a mermaid waterfall, I ended up losing $27 in fairly decent humidifier. Never again. What does your mermaid look like? Okay, let's make a picture for today's stream so far. Let's make it in Baroque. I'm really excited about Baroque. So let's do toilet. What else have we talked about? Oh, Joe Biden and guns or something. Okay, Joe Biden on a toilet. What else should we add? I forget what else we talked about. Oh yeah, the Taylor Lorenz article. Joe Biden on a toilet scrolling Twitter. Painted in Baroque. Oh, the Taliban. Wait, Joe Biden and the Taliban on a toilet together. Joe Biden and the Taliban on a toilet scrolling Twitter painted in Baroque. God, I'm freaking pumped up. Derek O'Shea promised story time. That wasn't Derek O'Shea promise. The application's too busy. Wait a minute. Oh, there's another one. Hold on, there's another one. God, I hate this stupid keyboard. Taliban. What is this? Daily links. No, I want Dolly. Dolly Mini. Oh yeah, it's on Crayon. Okay, let's see if Crayon isn't as good as the Stable Diffusion 2. Let's see what this looks like. This better be good. Taylor Lorenz is crying about Elon. Yeah, we could do that. I doubt this thing even knows what Taylor Lorenz is though. Let's see. Come on, baby. Come on, give it to us. But I want it, whatever we make, painted in Baroque style. I'm really into Baroque. Derek, you muted the State Diffusion 2 machine, didn't you? I feel like I did. Let's try it one more time. Application's too busy. Dude, your application's too busy. They wanted us to put our masks on so we remembered that you are the criminals. What? Why are you murdering AI apps, Derek? I don't know. I think I'm just asking. I'm asking too existential of a question for AI. It's like, whoa. Those pictures are the worst. Why are these so bad? Wait, there's the Taliban? I mean, that's terrible. Crayon isn't as good as the Stable Diffuser. What are you gonna do? You know? Let's try the Taylor Lorenz one. Why are you... I feel like I am murdering AI right now as we speak. Guys, if you're watching new, please drop a like, subscribe if you're also new as well. We do this show all the time, and sometimes late at night now because I'm getting busy at work, and sometimes early in the evening like now. So come hang out with us, come drop a like and have a good time. And if you feel inclined, if you enjoy the show, please consider being a member of my channel. It's $4.99 a month. You get awesome emojis, and the more people that sign up, the better it is. Also, I have merch and stuff. It's just taking for like 20 minutes. Come on, AI. What? What is this? He doesn't even. They don't even. Okay. What a disappointment. Why is the Stable Diffuser not working? Stable Diffusion. Let's see. Try it one more time. The application is too busy. Keep trying. It's all these people getting off work. Nobody asked for a nuclear fallout, Biden. yeah, the elite. Don't feel bad to depopulate it. They don't feel... Gary, are you okay? I'm genuinely asking. Are you okay? I just want to make sure. Because I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like struggling following you, brother. Gotta subscribe. Is this what the show always is? Just need to mentally prepare myself. Hey, thanks. This show is just like culture, news, and then we do silly videos where we read off stuff like that with the World Weekly News. But it's like 99% satire. So if you are looking to get into what's going on in the world and laugh your way through it, and you're not easily triggered by everything in the world, like I make fun of everyone. Somebody asked me like a second ago, not too long ago, they're like, I can't tell if this is like an extreme leftist channel or a patriotic channel. I was like, then I'm doing my job. Like if you I don't like
Hunter Biden
we make fun of everyone
because
I'm not going
that
to
you got
back
into. Yeah,
on
I got it.
just for the sake of holding back.
Hunter Biden moment because
it's just not my. It's not my.
You got
fault.
into. Yeah, I got into something. And I saw you react.
What is going
Hunter
on?
Biden
All right,
moment.
I do want to watch the Sam Harris video. Laugh away the darkness known as reality, dude. It is. This world is insane, and if you can't laugh at what's going on in the world and you just get so uptight, like this isn't like. There's too many serious podcasts out there. I'm sometimes serious on this podcast. I try to be serious when I need to be serious, and I just try to laugh when I want to laugh, because our politicians are insane, and our corporate media is insane, and they want us to be full of high-strung anxiety all the time and losing our minds all the time, and not just having a good time in life. And I'm just here to remind people that it's good to laugh. It's good to laugh with the Gary. No. Okay, you are okay? Okay, I just want to make sure you're okay, Gary, because I feel like you're having a conversation with yourself, and that's okay. You need to get stuff off your chest. It's important to get stuff off your chest sometimes in life. But I'm struggling in following you. And I like to engage with my chat. Maybe too much, but I like it a lot. Okay, I have this set up, and I'm going to play Mario over it. Because everyone was talking trash about me and saying, wow, you suck at Mario. And I need to get better because I don't suck at Mario. And there's a lot of improv. Yeah, it's about 90% improv. And a lot of silliness, but a lot of seriousness. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got it all right. Oh, it's so close. You know, it's close but no cigar. Oh, don't look. Wait a minute. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. Wait. Okay, wait. I apologize. It's my first time. Got it. Nailed it. Freaking nailed it, guys. Last time I got to what? What did I get to? I got to level 8 last time. Looking forward to checking out more of your vids. Hey, please do. And you might not like me, and that's okay. You might think I'm like cringy or whatever, and I'm not for everyone, and I know that, and that's okay too. I will probably say something that offends you, or I'll say something you don't agree with, but that's why we're a great community. We're a community here. We're not a following or whatever. But, okay. Do you guys remember where Sam Harris was like 3 or 4 months ago started talking about like he didn't care if Hunter Biden did like horrendous acts. He would still want to not disclose that footage or that story. He would still want to suppress that story because it was more important for Trump not to be in office than it was for us for everyone to know exactly what was going on for Hunter Biden. And Sam Harris is known as like a leftist that is a philosopher, a great mind, like a Jordan Peterson for the left. And that's kind of what his ideas are. So I just want to hear what he has to say. He's on the Club Random podcast, which is a Bill Maher podcast. And they usually get high and drunk and say stupid stuff. So it could be good, it could be silly, but what could be more exciting? This and watching me pwn noobs? I don't know.
Hunter Biden moment because
that you got into?
Yeah, I got into something and I saw you reacted to it and I thought because unfortunately the clip that was exported to all of humanity kind of distorted my position.
Thank you. Find dead bodies in Hunter Biden's basement. Yes, that's exactly what he said. He was like, I don't care if they find dead bodies in his basement. It's more important for Trump not to be in power. And I thought, are you freaking kidding me, dude? Like, what the frick? They don't want to be exposed for the hate of Trump. Oh, no. Okay.
My recollection of it was, first of all, what you said was fairly benign, so I don't know why you took the bait. And I heard your whole podcast about it, and I enjoyed it immensely because, again, you choose words so well. I could just listen to you talk. But I kept thinking, wow, you're really caring more about this than I think maybe you need to. What I thought was interesting about it on my show is that Rob Reiner and Amy Klobuchar were on that panel. Mm-hmm. Two very, very strong liberals, you know. We usually try to have a balance, but a balance doesn't mean a balance within one day. It means a balance over the whole year. Some shows, there's going to be 2 liberals. Right. And maybe some shows there'll be, 2 conservatives or something. But that show happened to be 2 people who have no ideological difference between them. You couldn't find more MSNBC stalwart than Amy Klobuchar and Rob Reiner. And I'm very fond of them both. But when I brought up that story, they had not heard of it.
Right. Yeah. No.
And I even said because
it's so set. Our information landscape is so partitioned at this point. It's amazing because that was it was hitting the front page of the New York Post.
I'm the first ginger to pwn noobs at single player Mario. You know it. I like that he tries to explain that Amy Klobuchar and Rob Reiner are stark differences. No. That's to Bill Maher. I would say that you could say like maybe Rob Reiner and like a Kanye or Nick Fuentes or like Salty Cracker or Tim Pool. Anybody. Amy Klobuchar is like in the middle, but a left middle than anything else. But again, yeah, you're right. Two totally different people.
But my liberal friends hadn't seen any of it.
And I
was getting inundated from Trumpistan on social media.
Right.
I was trending on Twitter
I owned the original 15
for all the wrong reasons, but it was all right-wing lunacy. It was very weird because it was, in my world, it was a complete non-issue. And with respect to my own, the reputation I care about, it was a complete non-issue.
Right.
But it was amazing. I mean, the velocity of the hatred was something new.
And again, if we lived in a sane world, we wouldn't even be arguing over some of this, which I think if you could get the two reasonabler people of each party in the room would say, yes, there was what you'd have to call some sort of media suppression of Hunter Biden's,
to say the least,
computer right before the election.
Oh, no doubt. Okay, and the truth is, I still don't know what I think about that. My default position is,
what do you mean you don't know?
Why should we be hostage to Rudy Giuliani's timetable? If Rudy Giuliani holds on to this thing until the 11th hour, 10 days before the election, and drops it as an October surprise, why should the New York Times and CNN and every other media organization be hostage to his goal of dropping this at a time when there's just going to be not enough time to parse it before the election?
Dropping what?
The Hunter Biden laptop story.
You're right. Okay. But why are you saying Rudy Giuliani?
Well, because he was the one who had took delivery of the laptop and
originally.
Yeah. So but
the laptop gets left at a repair shop.
It's bonkers.
Right?
The whole thing is bonkers.
Yeah. It's what
a repair shop.
Yeah.
A computer.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like what a drug addict would do. Like I keep saying that over and over again. It's not that bonkers. But I like the fact that he's like, I don't know what I think about the suppression thing. Like we're supposed to just jump on Rudy Giuliani's back. Yeah, why don't we just trust? Just let people put the story out there and then verify if it's true or not. Who cares who puts it out there? It's more important to get down to the truth of things, right? Than it is to be like, you know what? The Daily Beast put it out there, and since they're so far leftist, I'm just gonna ignore that information. No, let's start acting like adults. Hunter, whoa, I owned a laptop, exactly. Salted Cracky, shout out 3 years. Yeah, that's me.
A repair shop?
I think in Delaware, yeah.
What year is this? What is it, episode of Barney Miller?
Exactly, yeah, right.
Fucking computer repair shop.
Yeah.
Okay. I use Acme, by the way,
that's right, yeah.
and I recommend them highly. They're the first in the yellow pages, which I also use on my rotary phone. Anyway, so
it was completely plausible to worry that this was a fake story. It didn't. I mean, and there simply wasn't enough time to get to the bottom of it.
Really?
I mean, well,
then why did the outlets that did get to the bottom?
See, again, we're back to this. Like, well, we just weren't sure. Yeah, because you didn't care to look into it and you wanted to dismiss it immediately due to your own biases. But no, I'm a deep thinker. I can't even look at my own biases. I'm such a deep thinker. Okay, keep talking to Sam.
Bottom and get to the New York Post had no problem getting to the bottom.
Yeah, well, but they
wanted to believe it.
They wanted to believe it, and yes, you
didn't want to believe it
by accident, and sometimes
right.
But I mean, to actually parse everything in there and figure out just how dirty Biden Sr. is as a result of the information there.
Can I go to step 2 of what the two reasonable people in the room would agree on? One, they'd agree it was kind of suppressed. 2, they'd agree
it was really suppressed.
Hunter Biden being the son of the current vice president and being a complete ne'er-do-well douchebag.
Wait, we weren't sure it was
ripe.
Baba says we weren't sure it was real. We knew it had all the hallmarks of Russian disinformation. Exactly. This had all the hallmarks of a white supremacist.
To be used as a conduit to his father through which he was, but nothing really. It was common. It was the kind of sort of everyday graft that's sleazy, but doesn't affect the world. Okay.
Right. Well, we still. It's possible we still don't know, right? So I'll give some credence to the possibility that it's worse than I understand, but. The problem is 10 days is not enough to figure that out, and we knew that it was going to derail.
But just on that issue, would you not agree with this statement that probably
yes,
Hunter Biden sold his father's influence to get money, but Joe Biden himself would not give away our nuclear secrets to the Chinese.
Yes,
he's not,
of course.
He has a soft spot for his son, his ne'er-do-well.
Yes.
Stupid.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard his voicemails to Hunter. Yeah,
like, Dad, I'm in a little bit of a jam. Could you just meet with the Chinese guy next week? It would mean a lot to me. And Joe would do it, and then he would.
What are the hallmarks
Hunter
of
would
Russian
get the money for the
disinformation?
meeting, and then he'd spend it on cocaine and hookers. I mean, it's an old story.
Yeah. And I would be willing to bet that whatever level of corruption and grift you find over there, it is tenfold worse in Trumpistan. With Trump and his kids. And there's no question.
Yes.
So
I love when people just say that. Of course. Oh, duh. Exactly. Is this even a question? We all agree this is the truth.
If you're going to play that game of comparing, bad incentives
everyone knows it.
The venality.
You don't have to prove anything.
Of these characters,
your controversy was saying,
my controversy was saying that there was nothing that you could learn about Hunter Biden at that point,
right?
That I would have cared about, incling the corpses of kids in his basement, right? So that was probably a flourish that I didn't need.
Because the other choice was Trump being president for more.
Trump, who was
is not an option.
Who was a sitting president who was declining to support a peaceful transfer of power.
But you can see why it's easy pickings for critics of people like you and me. Because we're such free speech champions. So the idea that we are,
because we're such free speech champions,
even thinking
what
about
a lie,
like toying with the idea. Hey, thanks for.
Oh my God, what a lie! We're free speech champions, even though we think a story should be suppressed and has all the hallmarks of Russian propaganda, because there's no way those things are real. Jeez. It's just so much. No biases whatsoever to claim that it's the worst president in Trump's. It's worse than the president in Trump's family. That's what I'm saying. He just immediately writes off all that crap. While I just hate when any logical person. Okay, I'm quitting this game. I was killing it in Mario for a second there. I just hate when any logical person is just like, this is what the experts say. This is what we all agree to be true. And you're not allowed to question it. You're just supposed to just be like, oh, okay, cool. You don't even have to show your work. It would be like me writing a research paper, and I've written many research papers in my time. If I do have a high education degree. But it'd be like me just writing a research paper and making my arguments and saying, this is what all experts believe. This is what we all believe. And I don't have to source anything. I don't have to refer to anything. I just say these things. I don't have to prove my point. And they wonder why these people are so weak in their minds that the minute they're challenged, they just start to freak out. And they just they're more concerned with you being censored and you being told to shut up than they are concerned about actually getting down to what is truth and what is real and does it affect you? Because again, the Hunter Biden story, no one cares about his drug use. Everyone knows. Everyone probably has an addict in their family, and they're just like, my heart goes out to that. I get that situation. It's screwed up having an addict in the family. You go through a lot of crap. But people are wondering, okay, was Joe Biden at all in these business dealings? Was he affected at all? Was he winking and nodding at things? These are things that any logical person should get down to. It's kind of like Epstein. Will we ever get down to it? Nah. But this is why conspiracy theories continue to flourish that they hate, because they don't actually want to get down to the bottom of this information because it might actually get their friends in trouble. And it's more important to stay in power than it is to get the truth out so that every one of us can be less anxious and just trust more things around us, because when daddy lies to you all the time, you start to not believe him. Zelensky has his pink tattoo so pretty. Nothing makes yourself out to be heroes. Exactly. Yes, Trump was such an evil mastermind. He was able to orchestrate a coup with zero military support, zero backing in the government, and zero guns. January 6th was worse than 9/11 and Pearl Harbor combined. We all know that. Okay, I gotta go, guys. I've really enjoyed this stream. It's been 2 hours of just nonstop fun. If you're new here, please drop a like. Please subscribe. Let your friends and family know about the Derek O'Shea Show. We have a lot of fun here. We try not to be a fringy channel. We try not to be insane. We try not to be obnoxious. We just try to laugh and have a good time, but also let you know what's going on in the news and let you know what's going on in culture. And so I hope you guys have a great night. I've enjoyed this so much, you guys, and I will see you again as soon as possible, probably on Sunday. But you guys are the best. Tell your friends and family about the show. If you don't mind actually sharing this on a social media platform, just anyone, it's your way of like helping support a channel like mine, because the only way I grow is through people like you willing to do stuff like that. It's not necessarily the algorithm. Sometimes is cool and sometimes it just doesn't care. So that's all it is. Good times, dude. Hey, I appreciate you. I hope you guys have a freaking fantastic night. I am going to FaceTime with my family because it's Thanksgiving there. We celebrate it later. No big deal there. But I hope you guys have a good night. I love every single one of you guys. Remember, this is a community, not a following. So I appreciate you guys for being a part of the community, because we're all part of this. And hopefully Hot Guy decides to do the podcast on Tuesday, unless he watched the show and hates the show now. I don't know. Have a great night. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys so much. Bye.